So when we look at mindset, and what we looked at here in these programs was the importance of attending to how people look at failure and challenges in these different spaces. So understanding how we move forward from that. And I want to just draw your attention to the last part of this. The mindset book is what I want to draw your attention to. And what they argue for here, what the author argues for, is that there are systems that are either growth or fixed based, and that there's differences in how they look at challenges. And a growth based system, one of the things that we look for is an awareness and an appreciation that failure at the heart here is really intrinsic to how we learn and change and improve. And it's not saying that we want to shoot for failure, that we go out there like, how can we fail? How can we destroy things? How do we cause all these problems? But instead, we want to have this awareness of when we do have a misstep, when we do have a problem, that this is an opportunity for growth and learning. In the police space and law enforcement, we understand these as after action reports. After every major shooting or tragedy or traumatic event, we look at what was put in place, what worked, what didn't work, how was this addressed. In the medical community, we look at mortality and morbidity, the M&Ms, and we look at how we could have done things differently. So we don't really have a great analogy, I think, in the bit care threat space for when we have a difficult case. How do we reflect back on it and see what was useful or not useful? I would encourage you at this stage, just be thoughtful about, as you're addressing these conflicts, as you're having a difficult case, as you're working through something, maybe a month after things have settled down, to spend a half hour as part of a team and talk about, is there a way that we can take some learning lessons from what happened here on this case, with the idea that that'll help us better prepare for the upcoming case. A fixed system, the way they describe it, is failure is seen as a negative. When there's a mistake made, it's seen as something akin to foolishness or incompetence. I think the problem with these is it ends up hiding failure from the system. We never really have a chance to grow. It's akin to meeting someone, not knowing how to pronounce their name or not knowing what their name is, and then never saying it. So, that just becomes a problem that replicates over time, and then gets increasingly awkward to ask someone that you've known now for 6 months to say, tell me your name again. Then it feels super problematic. So identifying problems early on, having a growth mindset, making peace with the idea that you're not going to be perfect all the time. And in fact, leaning into that old saying that don't let perfection be the enemy of the good, that we want to be in a space where we see that we're never going to do things perfect. We should be looking at how we approach problems and how those change over time.